The ink was barely dry on the contract. Eala had just signed a groundbreaking deal with Nike, a partnership that would secure her future forever. But what happened next shocked the tennis world. Within 1 hour of the announcement, fans flooded Nike outlets across the Philippines. They weren't just browsing, they were buying. Every shirt, every piece of merchandise with Eala's name or the iconic Sampaguita symbol, gone. Shelves emptied, outlets sold out. The demand was so overwhelming that Nike had to scramble to restock. This wasn't just a sponsorship deal, this was a movement. Today on TopSpin, we are breaking down the frenzy that followed Eala's Nike announcement, why the Filipino fans turned out in droves, and what this means for the future of the Filipina sensation. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell. The news broke like a thunderclap. Eala had officially signed a multi-year endorsement deal with Nike. The announcement sent shockwaves through the tennis world and sparked celebrations across the Philippines. The deal was more than just a sponsorship. It was a recognition of Eala's growing influence as a global sports icon. The news was shared across social media, news outlets, and sports networks, reaching millions of fans in a matter of minutes. The tennis world was buzzing, but the real story was about to unfold on the ground. Eala's partnership with Nike is not new. The brand has been a key supporter of her journey since her early days, providing her with the iconic Sampaguita hair tie for her Wimbledon debut. But this new deal signifies a deeper, long-term commitment. It is a signal that Nike sees Eala not just as a player, but as a cultural phenomenon. The brand has recognized the massive support she commands from the Filipino diaspora, a community that has rallied behind her with unprecedented passion. The announcement was accompanied by a powerful social media campaign. Nike released a video celebrating Eala's journey, featuring highlights of her historic Wimbledon run and her victory over Iga Swiatek. The video was shared thousands of times, generating millions of views, but the real impact was felt offline as fans began to mobilize, eager to show their support for their hero. The Eala effect was about to reach a new level. The timing of the announcement was strategic. With Wimbledon still fresh in the minds of fans, Eala's popularity was at an all-time high. Her matches had attracted viewing parties and mainstream media coverage across the Philippines. The demand for Eala-branded merchandise was already high, but the new deal unlocked a wave of consumer enthusiasm that no one could have predicted. The question was no longer if fans would buy the products, but how fast they could get their hands on them. Nike had prepared for the announcement by stockpiling merchandise in outlets across the Philippines. They had anticipated a surge in demand, but they underestimated the power of the Eala effect. Within hours of the announcement, the frenzy began. The Nike stores that had been quietly stocking their shelves were about to be overwhelmed. The moment the deal was announced, a wave of excitement swept through the Philippines. Fans who had been following Eala's journey from the beginning saw this as an opportunity to celebrate their hero. Social media was flooded with posts announcing the news, and the hashtags Eala and Nike deal began trending. The message was clear. It was time to show the world just how much they supported their champion. Within hours, Nike outlets across the country were swamped. Long queues formed outside stores, stretching around the block. Fans were eager to get their hands on Eala-branded merchandise, particularly the shirts featuring the Sampaguita design. The Sampaguita shirt, inspired by the national flower of the Philippines, had become a symbol of national pride. It was a shirt that represented not just a tennis player, but a nation's hope. The scenes inside the stores were chaotic. Shelves that had been fully stocked in the morning were empty by the afternoon. The shirts, caps, and other merchandise featuring Eala's face and the Nike logo were flying off the racks. Store employees struggled to keep up with the demand, constantly restocking only to see the new inventory disappear within minutes. The frenzy was not just limited to major cities. Fans in smaller towns and provinces were also participating, eager to be part of the moment. The demand was so intense that many outlets sold out within the first hour. Fans who had arrived late were left disappointed, vowing to return early the next day. Online stores were also overwhelmed, with the official Nike Philippines website crashing under the weight of traffic. The message was clear. Eala was not just a tennis player, she was a consumer phenomenon. The frenzy was a testament to the deep connection that Eala has forged with her fans. She has become a symbol of hope, a proof that a Filipina can compete with the best in the world. Her journey from a young girl in Manila to a Wimbledon sensation has inspired a generation. The fans who emptied the shelves were not just buying merchandise, they were expressing their pride and their belief in her future. To understand why the fans were so eager to buy the merchandise, you have to look at the symbolism behind the products. The Sampaguita is not just a flower, it is the national flower of the Philippines. Nike's decision to incorporate the Sampaguita into Eala's merchandise was a powerful statement of cultural pride. The Sampaguita first appeared as a custom hair tie gifted to Eala for her Wimbledon debut. The gift, packaged in a minimalist white box, included a handwritten message: "Every dream begins as a seed. Kung may tinanim, may aanihim. And what you plant, you'll one day reap." A Filipina on the grass courts of history, not just playing for herself, but carrying a nation in full bloom. The hair tie was a one-off gift and not for commercial sale, but it sparked a massive demand for the design. Fans immediately began asking for merchandise featuring the Sampaguita, and eventually Nike responded by creating a line of shirts and accessories that celebrated Eala's heritage. The shirts featured the Nike logo alongside the Sampaguita, creating a perfect blend of global sportswear and Filipino culture. The Sampaguita shirts became a symbol of national pride. Wearing one was a way for Filipinos to show their support for Eala and to celebrate their identity. The shirts were seen at viewing parties, at airports, and on the streets. They were a visual representation of the Eala effect, a phenomenon that had united a nation. The demand for the Sampaguita merchandise was so high that shirts routinely sold out in the Philippines. Eala herself modeled one of the shirts in a Vogue Philippines photo shoot, further driving demand. The partnership between Nike and Eala had created something more than just a product. It had created a symbol of resilience, pride, and the power of dreams. The frenzy that followed the announcement was a testament to the strength of that symbol.
The rapid sellout of Nike's Eala merchandise was a massive commercial success for both the brand and the athlete. The deal had instantly proven its value, demonstrating the immense purchasing power of Eala's fan base. The commercial impact was a sign that the partnership was not just about endorsements, but about building a brand that resonates with a passionate and loyal community. For Nike, the success of the Eala line was a validation of their strategy. They had recognized Eala's potential early on and had invested in her journey. The Eala effect had created a new market for the brand, tapping into the growing interest in tennis in the Philippines and the broader Southeast Asian region. The sellout was a clear signal that Eala's appeal was not just a flash in the pan, it was a sustainable commercial force. For Eala, the sellout was proof of her marketability. She had already achieved a career-high ranking of world number 28, but her commercial value was now rivaling the top players in the sport. The deal was a testament to her hard work and her ability to connect with fans on a deep level. The sellout was not just about the money, it was about the recognition that she had become a true global star. The sellout also had a cascading effect, generating positive media coverage and further increasing demand. News outlets reported on the fan frenzy, creating a cycle of hype that drove even more people to the stores. The story of the empty shelves became a viral sensation, reinforcing Eala's status as a cultural phenomenon. The commercial impact of the deal was a win-win for everyone involved. The partnership between Nike and Eala is a blueprint for successful athlete brand collaborations. It is built on authenticity, cultural pride, and a genuine connection with fans. The sellout was not just a result of good marketing, it was the culmination of a year of incredible achievements and a powerful narrative that had captured the hearts of millions.
Let us zoom out. The frenzy that followed Eala's Nike announcement is about more than just merchandise sales. It is about the power of sports to unite a people and inspire a generation. Eala's journey from a young girl in Manila to a global sports icon is a testament to the power of perseverance and dedication. Eala has already achieved more than any Filipino player before her. She is the first to be seated at Wimbledon. She is the first to reach the second week of a Grand Slam. She has beaten the best players in the world, including the defending champion Iga. She is only 21 years old, and her journey is just beginning. The rapid sellout of the Nike merchandise is a sign of the deep connection that Eala has forged with her fans. For them, she is not just a player, she is a symbol of hope. She is a testament to the power of perseverance and dedication. The fans who emptied the shelves were not just buying shirts, they were buying into a dream. They were saying that they believed in Alex Eala and that they would support her every step of the way. The future is bright for Alex Eala. She has the talent, the mentality, and the support system to achieve greatness. The Nike deal is just the latest chapter in her incredible story. The best is yet to come. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell.